everyone, welcome back to 25 Sweetpeas. Today for you, I'm swatching a new collection from Orly. This is their Island Hopping Breathable Spring Collection, and it is a 6-piece collection that has a lovely color story, and I just love the whole premise of it. I mean, it's called Island Hopping, and that's like one of the best things, in my opinion, to spend a day doing. And the shades just totally radiate spring, summer, just happiness. So the first shade that we are going to look at is called Serves You Right. Also, the names in this collection are fabulous. This one is an absolutely beautiful kind of oceany water shade on a sunny day. It's got your kind of like a tealish shimmer to it, I would say, but it's got that sky blue overall color. It covered really nicely in 2 coats. Depending on how bold your nail line is, you might need a 3rd coat, but either way, it looked lovely in 2 coats. The next shade is called Frond of You. Such a fun name once again. And this is a really neat shade of green. I've actually not worn a green this particular shade, in my opinion. It definitely has like it's almost more of like an emerald rather than a like grass green, and I really like that because of that. I feel like it's different. It has a really, really nice formula too. It covered extremely well. It's got that nice creamy texture. I had a fuzz stuck on there. Sorry about that. But it covered perfectly in 2 coats. Applied, lovely. And it's just a really unique shade of green in my opinion. The next one is called Simply the Zest, which again, such a fun name and totally reminds you of like lime zest, and it's beautiful. It's more of like, dare I say, like pollen green, but at the same time, I don't mean that in a bad way, because this pollen green is beautiful. The kind that makes you sneeze, not so beautiful because it obviously has an ill effect. But this one is lovely, and it covered perfectly in 2 coats. It does have a slight shimmery sheen to it, but you don't really notice it majorly on your nail. The next shade is called Citrus Got to Real. This one is absolutely stunning. It reminds me of some polish. I can't think of it like in particular, like no one polish comes to mind, but it reminds me of something I used to wear, and it's kind of like this orangey golden shade that has like a hint of like a warm pink tone in it. You don't get that all the time, but every now and then you kind of get like this pinkish corally tone to it, and it covered perfectly in 2 coats in my opinion. It is so like reflective and everything that it definitely looks good in 2 coats, and it applied really nicely. The next shade is called Cant Jet Enough, and this one, formula-wise, finish-wise, is very much like Citrus Got Real, and this one is more of a pink lavender tone one. And again, it covered really nicely, covered perfectly in 2 coats, and because it is so kind of like reflective, it looks perfect in 2 coats. I feel like, again though, if you have a super bold nail line, you might need a 3rd, but I was really content with 2, and nobody would be able to tell the difference. Then the next shade is called Just Squidding, which again, such a fun names. And this is kind of like a frosted light lavender shade. And I will say that this one you have to be a bit more particular with. You have to be mindful of like your brush strokes. Now, I will say that as you apply it and it dries, the brush strokes do get a little bit better if they are there. But it's still one of those ones you kind of have to work with, but still covered perfectly in 2 coats, and it is a nice lavender shade. But again, it's one of those ones that's lighter. It's got some working with to be done, and if you do have a super visible bold nail line, you might need a 3rd coat just so you get it fully opaque. But other than that, I mean, this collection is really lovely. Again, it's called Island Hopping. It is available now. Each polish is $9.99, and I believe you can also buy it as a set. And just a really another fun collection from Orly, and this is their breathable collection in case you didn't catch that earlier. Though supposedly don't need a base coat, but I always like a base coat, but it says that they can be worn without. So you can decide what you want to do with that. They also say that you don't necessarily need a top coat on this one, but again, I love top coat. It just like makes it feel complete, so I would still advise top coat. But either way, love this collection. Such fun shades, such happy shades, and Orly is just wonderful at creating collections with great color stories. So another great one in the books for Orly. I cannot wait to hear what y'all think, and that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye!